It's time.
She's spilling the tea.
This is The Rumor Report with Angela Yee on The Breakfast Club.
Well, 50 Cent wants people to call Xfinity all the fans of Power so they don't remove Starz and Power from their packaging. He did a whole post about it. Don't let Xfinity drop Power Stars. If you're a Comcast Xfinity customer, visit keepstars.com and call 888-90-STARS to tell them to keep Stars.
I feel like they do this every year.
Right.
Like every year.
It's always an issue.
But has anyone ever wondered why the cable companies want to drop Power to begin with? Like, why?
I think it's a financial thing. Like, people want a certain amount of money. They don't want to give it to keep it. And licensing, the content is expensive.
Power brings in big numbers, though. So big numbers equal more revenue, right? It's about the ratings and revenue game in television.
Yeah, and I think if enough people try to drop you, then obviously you're like, okay, we got to keep them and we have to figure this out. But I think it's also like a way that people negotiate. Like they act like we're not going to pay that, we're going to drop it. And then it's just having to come to some middle ground.
After a while, if I'm 50 Cent in Power, I'm telling them SMD. And the reason I'm telling them SMD is because y'all do this to me every year. It's like literally like the guy or girl that tries to break up with you all the time.
Well, they said both parties are blaming each other for not being able to settle on a deal. So we don't know who is doing that. All right, now Michael Jordan talks about being apolitical in his basketball career. And he got a lot of criticism for that, for avoiding social issues. Here's what he had to say when he talked to Craig Melvin on Today.
You know, when I was playing, my vision and my tunnel vision was my craft. I was a professional basketball player, and I tried to do that the best I could. Now I have more time to understand things around me, understand causes, understand, issues and, problems, and commit, my voice, my financial support too.
I get it. I haven't seen the whole interview. Salute to my man Craig Melvin, by the way, South Carolina's own. But Michael Jordan, his focus was basketball. He was young. He was an athlete, not an activist. What did you want Michael Jordan to do back then? Show up to marches, lead boycotts? Like, what did they want from him back then?
I think people feel like you should understand like where you came from and want to help people because you're in a position to do so.
Who says he didn't, though?
So,
like, who says he didn't get money and stuff like that?
Being silent, I guess, was the issue that people had. So he's explaining what it was. He said now he has more time to understand things, to support and understand causes.
Well, everybody shouldn't be vocal, especially if you don't have a true understanding of what it is that you're speaking about. That's what he said in that interview. Listen, was LeBron James not a great example of that a week or so ago? He clearly didn't know what he was talking about when it came to the China situation, and you see what that cost him.
Well, he was just explaining why it was the way that it was.
He said he said he didn't have an understanding of it.
All right, now he also just pledged $7 million to open 2 medical clinics in his hometown of Charlotte.
Boom.
So that's an amazing thing. And he also became a majority, well, as you know, since he's become a majority owner of the Hornets back in 2010, he's got to make sure that he does some great things in that hometown of his. All right, now Whoopi Goldberg, she got into it with PETA, and that's all because of some comments that she made on The View.
I like bacon. I know I'm not supposed to. I know it's the scum of the earth. I like the bacon. I want the bacon. You don't have to eat it, okay? I don't ask you to eat what I eat, but I don't want you telling me I got to eat that. No one should tell you that you can't have something.
All right. Well, PETA, of course, responded. We can't help but call out Whoopi Goldberg for her rant on The View over bacon. Really, Whoopi, eating bacon is your Friday cause? Your choice really hurts. Be kind. And she responded to PETA. Hey, I understand PETA is making a fuss because I like bacon. I never said I was a vegan, and just like I want choice over my body, I want the same for what goes into my body. I would never suggest that anyone pressure any one of you to change your vegan habits. Go eat a couch if you want.
Shut up, PETA.
So that was her response.
Hey, PETA, shut up. Hey, people talk about their love for bacon all the time. Why did y'all just randomly decide to go after Whoopi Goldberg on Friday?
I guess she was, it was a big deal when she said it. Look, PETA's just doing their job. That's what they do.
What is their job? The police us about what we put in our mouths?
To try to convince people to become vegan and not eat animals and kill animals. That's what they do. So, of course, that's what it is. That's always what they're going to do. All right, Issa Rae has launched a new...
Do PETA people suck plant-based penises? I just want to know.
They don't eat them.
Oh, okay. Just want to know.
They're still alive after that.
All right.
All right. Issa Rae has launched a new label with Atlantic Records. And Should be interesting because I feel like she's always wanted to do like music things because you see how she is on Insecure. She's always been making sure that music is essential. Even on Insecure, the songs that you hear playing on there, you're like, oh, what's that song? I got to go make sure I download that. I'm sure that's important to her. So I think it makes sense. Julie Greenwald, who I love, she's the Atlantic chairman and CEO, said Issa Rae is a next level future thinking creative force who's been breaking down cultural barriers and conquering one field after another. And speaking of...
That's a very natural pairing for Issa to have her own record label, by the way.
Speaking of Atlantic Records, congratulations to YoungBoy NBA. He has his latest album in its debut week at #1. So congratulations to him. That's a big deal. Also, Demi Lovato, her Snapchat got hacked and her nudes were leaked online. So I can't believe that she's sending out nudes on Snapchat. I would think that she would text them to people, but
she shouldn't be sending them at all.
But not on Snapchat.
Either way, it's iCloud through the iPhone. I don't understand why people...
You don't have to put your stuff on iCloud, you know.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Oh, but still, why is somebody like Demi Lovato sending nudes, period? Why do you trust people?
I don't know. If she want to send some nudes, I'm not going to tell her not to do it, but, you know, just
I would never
not on
understand
Snapchat.
That. I would never understand why rich people who have, you know, so much fame and so celebrity would be sending their nudes at all. They know the risk to that.
And for all y'all out there, don't put your face in them, okay? That way you could always say, that's not me. All right, I'm Angela Yee, and that is your Rumor Report. Charlamagne, say goodbye to Revolt.
Hey, Revolt. Peace. Thank you for joining us today. We got the People's Choice Mix coming up at 9 o'clock. The People's Choice Mix, we all know, is really not has nothing to do with the people. The people don't choose anything.
You have a choice.
These are the songs that DJ Envy has chose to leave y'all with while he's on his little mini vacation. Okay, but enjoy. It's
what
the
do I
Breakfast
want to
Club.
hear today?